Karen Curry here, author of Understanding Human Design, and I want to spend a little bit of time talking to you today about human design and work and business. As you may know, in the human design system, there are 5 energy types. Each energy type has a different way of going about working. Now, most of us are generators or manifesting generators. Generators and manifesting generators comprise about 70% of the population. So most of us really are here to work. And the challenge for those of us who are generators and manifesting generators is for us to find the right work that makes our soul soar and our spirits sing. When we're doing that right work, we bring to our work all kinds of enthusiasm and energy, and we can't wait to go to work, and we almost kind of hate it when the weekend comes because we like our job so much we don't want to stop working. And that's a really amazing and powerful and cool thing. If you're a generator and a manifesting generator and you're not having that experience with work, hang on, because I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later on in this video. There are 3 types in the design system: the manifestors, the projectors, and the reflectors, who are actually not designed to work. And I want to really clarify something, because a lot of times you'll read or you'll hear these types are not designed to work. And what I like to sort of tease out is they're not designed to work in the traditional way that we think of as work. Let's face it, we kind of live in a generator world. We live in a world where, for most of us, we're deeply ingrained in it and deeply conditioned by a belief system that says, you know, the best way to make money is to work hard. And if you want to make more money, you have to work harder. And so that means that to make money and to be successful in the world, you got to put your nose to the grindstone and you got to get after it, and you got to be after it all the time, nonstop. And that's okay for a generator and a manifesting generator if they're doing the right work. But for the rest of those types, that's not actually a sustainable lifestyle. That's a way of working that ultimately can wear down the spirit, can wear down the body, can wear down every aspect of your life. If you're a manifestor or a projector or a reflector, you're not here to work the way the world has probably been telling you to work for your whole life. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean you get to sit at home and get a check in the mail? Gosh, I really truly wish that was true, because I think ultimately that's possible for everyone. In a perfect world, that might be a really great way to structure life. But for now anyway, if you're a manifestor or a projector or a reflector, that means that you've got to go about creating work that's in alignment with your energy. This is also true, by the way, of generators and manifesting generators under certain circumstances, and I'll talk some more about that in a little bit, but it's very much true for the manifestor, the projector, and the reflector. You've got to find a way of working. You've got to find a way of being in business, even if you're in business for yourself, that's in alignment with who you are and with your energy, that allows you to leverage your energy, but also allows you to create space in your life to be supported while you rest, while you regenerate, while you nourish yourself and your energy. And that's crucial for you to have long-term, abundant, and joyful success. So let's talk about what I believe is the primary reason why most businesses fail, particularly in the beginning when they're just getting started. A lot of people think, it's because they don't have enough capital, or they don't have enough knowledge, or they're not doing their marketing right. And certainly there are elements of that, and I'm not going to say there aren't pieces of that don't ring true, but I'll tell you, I believe that the number one reason most businesses fail is because of this one important factor: burnout. Now, when we think of burnout, a lot of times we think about burnout around work. I'm going to talk about burnout in a little bit of a different context. I'm going to talk about burnout from a human design perspective, because burnout is actually part of the archetype of being human. There's actually burnout in the human design chart. So there is built into our hardwiring as humans the possibility of burnout if we start going too fast, too hard, in the wrong direction, and not in a way that honors and leverages our energy. That burnout's not meant to stop you dead and cold in your track to punish you. That burnout is your energy field talking to you. It's telling you something's not right. You're not honoring your energy. You're not leveraging your energy. Or maybe you're not doing something that you really need to or want to be doing, that your soul is longing for you to be doing. So let's talk a little bit more about burnout and how to maybe figure out if burnout's playing a role in your life, and particularly in your business. So let's talk a little bit about why burnout might be a big reason why, if you're trying to start your own business or run your own business, a big reason why your business might not be creating the success for you that you're really wanting. The number one reason I believe that burnout can be a problem for small business owners or entrepreneurs or people who are trying to build a business on the side is because primarily they're trying to build a business on the side. If you're already working a job and you're working a job that perhaps isn't really helping you or isn't really delighting you and isn't really making your sourcing, and you're trying really furtively to build something on the side, you're doing it in the evenings or maybe you're doing it on the weekends. For a lot of people, first of all, that's too much work. Especially if you're a manifestor or a projector or a reflector, if you're trying to build a business on the side, that's a lot of working that's happening, and it's a difficult journey for you energetically. You may actually be literally working too much and in a way that's not helping you regenerate and nourish yourself so that you can go back out into the world in a vibrant, dynamic, enthusiastic way and create success. If you're a generator, it may be not so much that the new work is killing you, but that the old work is draining your energy, and it's difficult at the end of the day for you to come in and then go out to your second job or your other job. And it may also be, and this is really important to pay attention to, it may also be that your motivation for creating that second job is not really because you want to have a different job, but it may be simply that you really don't like the job that you're in so much right now that you're just looking for a way out. And if you're trying to build a business because you're looking for a way out, rather than because you're fired up and excited about the idea, because you love this idea, because you're ready to go out and do something different, you found your passion and you're ready to make it work, if that's not your drive, if you're just trying to figure out what else can I do because I feel stuck, the energy that you have, the burnout that you're going to be carrying with you into that new business is going to stop your business cold. It's going to shut your energy down. Because your real motivation isn't to build a new business. Your real motivation is unconsciously to heal your burnout. And if you're trying to create from a place of needing to heal your burnout, it doesn't matter what you create. It doesn't matter how much force and how much power you put into it. You're probably going to burn yourself out because your real intention isn't to build a new business and create more work for yourself. Your real intention is to take a break. So if you're trying to build a business and it's really not working and your energy's not there, the most important thing I would encourage you to ask yourself is this: am I really building this business for the right reasons? Do I have burnout that I need to heal first before I can do anything else? And I really hope for you, if you find and you discover that maybe it's the burnout that's driving you and not the drive for the new business, if you find that burnout is what's driving you, I hope that you're in a situation where you can afford to give yourself a break. If you can't, I might gently suggest that you revisit your lifestyle and look at if there isn't some place in the way in which you're living your life right now that you can structure a little bit of a break and recharge and renourish yourself first before you go out and try to create something new and something different, something bigger and better. The second reason why I think small businesses struggle and burnout becomes a big issue is people don't know, for the most part, how to use their energy correctly. There are a lot of people in the world who are here to work and who can work correctly. But if you're a generator or a manifesting generator and you're out in the world and you're trying to push and force and make things happen, if you're trying to manifest your destiny without waiting to respond, which is the strategy for the generator and the manifesting generator. If you're a generator and a manifesting generator, you need to have an intention, you need to have clarity, and then you need to sit back and wait for the business and the opportunities and the next step to present themselves for you, and then, if it feels correct, respond to them and then go out and make it happen. But that is so counterintuitive to how most of us are conditioned. We are conditioned, we are taught from the minute we get here on this planet, you go manifest your destiny, you go out and you make it happen. You are the only source of success in your life, and it's all up to you and your sheer labor and your sweat off the brow to make it work. And that's not really true for most of us. For most of us, we are designed to dance with the forces of the universe. We are designed to set intentions and then get feedback from our outer reality, and then in response to that feedback, take forward action, particularly if you are a generator and a manifesting generator. So not knowing how to leverage that, not knowing how to leverage that response to the universe piece can also create burnout for the generator and the manifesting generator. If you're a manifesting generator or a generator and you're feeling frustrated or stuck in your business, I might gently suggest that you sit back and ask yourself and really evaluate how you're engaging with your business. Are you letting the right steps unfold in front of you? Are you letting the universe show you where you need to go next? Do you have enough trust in the abundance of the universe to let go and see what shows up for you? It's really pretty amazing when you let go how much magic is unleashed when you stop running around and being so busy that you don't follow the cues. You know, some of my greatest marketing successes and business successes have come when I stopped moving and when I allowed myself to wait for the right thing to show up. I'm going to share with you guys one of my favorite examples. One time this was many years ago, this is actually the first time I had created a family coach certification training program, and I was really excited about it. I wanted to do this work so badly. I'd been a parent educator all my adult life, and I was a mother, and I love children, and I love child development, and I wanted to get this program out into the world. And I knew that, of course, one of the things I had to do was to do marketing, but I knew that as a manifesting generator, which is what I am, I had to market correctly according to my type, which meant I had to wait for the marketing opportunity to show up and present itself to me rather than me going out and hunting for where I wanted to do my marketing. At the time when I was doing this, there was a magazine out that was all about the new children of the earth, and it was very progressive, talked a lot about indigo children. It was very much on the leading edge of consciousness of parenting and education, and I really wanted to advertise in that magazine. But I knew that if I just picked up the phone and called them and placed an ad, that I really wouldn't be doing business correctly for my energy. I knew that if I wanted to advertise in that magazine, an opportunity to advertise had to show up for me. So I said, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to wait. So I did. I waited. And lo and behold, literally the next morning, on a Sunday morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, I got an email in my email inbox that said, hey, Karen, I saw this magazine, and I thought that you would really want to be in this magazine, and I'm actually friends with a woman who sells advertising, so here's her number, give her a call. I think you should place an ad in this magazine. Now something was coming to me that I could respond to. Something in my outer reality showed up, magic showed up for me. And of course, with all my sacral energy, I went, I want to do this. So I responded and consequently put my ad in that magazine and actually did very, very well with that ad. Which, if you know anything about marketing and print media, you usually don't do well the first time you advertise in print media. But this particular ad pulled very well. It was very successful, and the program itself was very successful. So it came to me. I didn't go after it, and that's correct. And if you're a generator or a manifesting generator, you have to have that degree of trust to jump into that place of waiting and hoping and knowing that everything's going to work out and the universe is going to show you the next step. The truth is, if you're a generator and a manifesting generator and you're waiting, I promise you won't wait at the very most more than a couple of days. You know, the universe and the generator and the manifesting generator dance together very well and pretty quickly. So don't panic. Experiment with it. Try waiting and see what happens. If you are a manifestor or a projector or a reflector, one of the most important pieces for you to help you with burnout or to help you prevent burnout is to make sure that you're working in a way that really honors the nature of your energy. As a manifestor or a reflector or a projector, you don't have the same quality of sustainable energy that a generator and a manifesting generator has. You need breaks. You need a lifestyle that has pauses in it. You need time for regeneration and for nourishment and time away from work, time when you're not working. And when I say work, particularly for projectors and reflectors, not so much for manifestors, but definitely for a reflector and for a projector, when I say not working, I mean not reading stuff about your business on the internet. I mean lay down in that hammock and get out a romance novel and eat some bonbons and blank your mind out and truly get away from your business and rest. You need that. That's crucial for you. And when you're building your business and you're looking at your business life cycle, and your lifestyle, you really need to be evaluating the way in which you're working and engaging with your work so that you've got balance in there, and maybe even more than balance. Maybe you need to work a teeny tiny little bit and then have long cycles of off time. And that's totally possible, particularly in the information age. If you're selling a service or you're selling information, it is absolutely possible for you to work 1 or 2 weekends a month and to have some downtime in between. But it's about recognizing, first of all, that that's a possibility, and secondly, tailoring your business and creating a business plan that's truly in alignment with your energy. When you're in alignment with your energy, it works. That's really the bottom line, because the universe and our hardwiring is such that when we are lined up with what's true for us and what's authentic for us and what's in alignment with our energy, it does work. but it does require a certain leap of faith. It's hard for us in our conditioned mindset to believe that you can make an income and not work really hard all the time, but you can, and people do it all the time. There's some other factors in the chart too that we want to look at that will also influence your work style and your work pattern. This little red triangle here to the right of the diamond in the middle of the chart is called the will center. Most of us will have this energy center open. This is the center for willpower. It's the center for creating on the material plane, and it's all about value. So the first thing I always tell people is the 7/8 of us will have the center open or white on your chart. If you have the center open on your chart, this is just a quick tip. There's a tendency when the center is open for you to undervalue yourself. So if you're struggling with your business, it might be good for you if you have the center open to really check in and ask yourself, am I charging enough for my services? Are my prices competitive, or am I undervaluing myself in the marketplace? It might be that all you need to do is bump up your fees and you'll be very competitive, and you'll be putting yourself into an arena where you can start making more money right away, right off the bat. If you have that center colored in, and it'll be red, then you have a defined will center, which means you have willpower. But there's a little bit of a trick with that defined will center. The will center works to rest. It needs also, just like with the sacral, it needs long cycles of downtime. And if you have a defined will center, a really good lifestyle for you involves a significant pattern of working and resting that is balanced. And here's the cool thing, if you're working for yourself, you can actually, again, structure this so that it's in alignment with your rhythm. You just have to be conscious of it, and you have to be aware and set the intent. So it's very possible, and actually very healthy for you, if you have a defined will center, to look at creating a cycle of working that's balanced with the cycle of rest. So you might need to work 4 days and take 3 days off, or work September through May and take June, July, and August off. Or you might find that you work 3 weeks on and 1 week off. But for you, you've got to make sure that in your business lifestyle and in your lifestyle, you have cycles of rest that help you regenerate that will center. If you don't, you'll push through that exhaustion and that burnout, and you can push through it for a finite amount of time, but at a certain point, it's probably going to come back and hit you, and it may hit you physically. The same center is the center for the health of the heart. It's the center for the immune system, and it's also the center for the stomach. So you might find that you can sometimes get into trouble in those areas if you're pushing too hard and not resting enough. So very important, if you have a defined will center, to structure your business in such a way so that you don't burn out working too hard, and that you do have cycles of rest and you don't blow it all up. Let's look now at the channel 15-5, the channel of rhythm in the chart. If you have either of these two gates, either the gate 5 or the gate 15, it's also going to influence your business lifestyle and your business energy pattern. If you have the gate 5, the gate 5 is all about rhythm and consistency. And people who have this energy really like a lifestyle or a working rhythm that has consistency. They like to work at the same time every day. They like to get up and do the same thing every day. They like to have a rhythm and a pattern. And if for some reason your business doesn't have a rhythm and a pattern, it can be very unsettling if you have the gate 5. So for you, routine and rhythm is very important if you have the gate 5. And the truth is, I think our society thinks we should all have routine and rhythm, and we should be meditating every morning at 5. You should work out every morning. We like the idea of rhythm. We think it's a good thing. But the truth is, some of us are really, really good at rhythm. Some of us are not. And the ones who are not oftentimes have the gate 15, which is the other half of this channel, which is the channel of the extremes. So if you have the gate 15 in your chart, sometimes creating a pattern and a rhythm in your business can be a little bit challenging for you. And you may be flogging yourself or beating yourself up for, why can't I keep a rhythm? Why can't I, have a habit? And it may be that you need to have a business style that has some flow in it, that has a little bit of give and take with it, so that your life cycle or your business cycle isn't always routine and rhythmic, because you'll never be able to keep that rhythm. It's not correct for you. That's not who you are. You're not rhythmic in that way. So for you, looking at, as you structure your business, making sure your business has a little bit of flow in it, or maybe even has a little bit of extremes and rhythm in it. So it may be that your schedule is all over the place and all over the board and not consistent, and that's okay for you. And the only piece for you is just making sure that you communicate that clearly to your potential clients. They need to know that, on the third Thursday of every month, you see clients all night long and not during the day at all. I'm joking a little bit, but that can happen with the 15. It has a very unusual rhythm, and it works really well, particularly if you think about what if you're doing international business? What if you're doing international consulting? You know, with that 15, that gives you the freedom to have a schedule where you're totally okay with working on some evenings and some nights, and you're totally okay working on some days. Whereas if you have the 5, you might really struggle if your schedule demands that level of flexibility for you because you like to have the same schedule every day. The other channel that I want to look at, particularly and talk about it in the context of burnout, is the 2946. The 2946 is kind of a funny channel. It is very much like a different kind of willpower. It's not willpower as is sort of specified in the chart, but it's perseverance and determination. When people have this energy, they have the commitment and the perseverance and the determination to bring whatever they're trying to bring into form. So there's a real, there's a real quality of innate success with this channel. In fact, sometimes we say of this channel, it's a channel of succeeding where others fail. It's also, by the way, the channel of failing where others succeed. So be mindful of the fact that when you have this energy, you're sort of designed to do things in a different way, do something that is unusual and actually be successful at it. But the thing that's so important to understand with this channel is because it's perseverance and determination, and it's connected to the sacral, which is that workforce center. If you're not responding with this energy, it's very easy to be trying to push something through with energy that eventually you don't have and you'll burn yourself out with. The thing that's really crucial with this channel is that it connects at the 46 at the top. That gate 46 is called the gate of the love of the flesh. What we see a lot of times with people with this energy is if they push too hard and they're not waiting and they're not responding, they won't only just burn out, they will actually physically burn their bodies out. It's like the body is a living barbed wire fence with this channel, and if you have this energy, your body's going to tell you when you're pushing too hard, too fast in the wrong direction, and it's going to show, it's going to show you by either getting sick or getting hurt. Your body will really clearly communicate to you when you're pushing too hard with this channel. Again, an energy that is designed to be responded to. It is, if you've got this energy, you have everything you need to be successful. It's easy for you when you respond to bring that perseverance and determination to the table. It's a great thing, but you got to use it correctly so that you're not pushing too hard, too fast with energy that you can't sustain because you haven't responded. The last channel that I want to talk about, or rather the last gate that I want to talk about, is the gate 30. Whenever you see the gate 30 in a chart, it's a gate of intensity. It will amp everything up in the chart that's in the chart. So anybody that has the gate 30 in their chart, bottom line is you're not mellow and you're not designed to be mellow. You're intense and you're always going to be intense. That's the nature of who you are, and that's your personality. Now this particular gate has a component of burnout in it. And usually what we see with this energy is that it actually tends to burn other people out. So if you have this energy, your intensity will sometimes burn other people out and they will kind of go, okay, enough, enough, enough. But sometimes you can also burn yourself out. So it's really important for you, if you have this energy in your chart, to be mindful of your energy, of how you're feeling, where you're at, and really check in and make sure you're staying balanced. It's very easy with this energy to push too hard and flame yourself out. So again, be aware that you may have a tendency to push and to be very intense. Be mindful of when the burnout starts to hit. Sometimes we ignore the signs and the symptoms. And I will tell you again, if you're not looking at burnout, and if you're trying to enter into a business from a burned out place from the start, the chances of you creating success go down significantly. You got to be creating from a purely creative space. You cannot be creating from a place where you want to escape something. And if you're trying to escape your burnout's going to start creating in alignment with what it needs, which means you may be manifesting a break for yourself. And that break may come in the form of you struggling and not getting your business off the ground the way you intend, because your real need is to rest and to restore yourself. So if you're getting into a new business, or you're building a business, or you're struggling in your business, before you really get serious about some of the other factors that may also be influencing your success, sit back and ask yourself, where am I at energetically? Am I working in a way that feels good to me? Am I feeling refreshed? Am I feeling nourished? Am I feeling recharged? Am I burned out? And if you find that your answer to that burnout question is, yeah, I am. If you are in a position where you can do this, stop and heal the burnout first. When you can heal that burnout first, and you can create a business style and a lifestyle that's balanced and harmonious with your energy, your chances of building a successful business, your chances of creating joyful abundance go way up. So take care of yourself first. You are the source of the work in your business. Let your business be your best friend and fall in love with your boss.